Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my November favorites. I know I missed October, so this is also some of the products I've been living through October, but I have just makeup and a couple skincare things in here this month, and I can't wait to share them with you. First thing I want to share with you is a new loose powder. I've been using the e.l.f. HD Under Eye Setting Powder for a really long time, but I actually couldn't find it in store when I was looking for a new setting slash baking powder. So I bought this one. This is the Joe Fresh Translucent Loose Powder. It comes in a little pot like this. I believe it was $8. If you open it up, you can see there's like a thing to block the sifter, and there's actually a decent mirror in here as well. Anyway, I bought this because I couldn't find the e.l.f. one. I haven't had a lot of luck with Joe Fresh products in the past, but this one is fantastic. I'm not sure how well it would be for, how good it would be for dark skin tones, just because I'm not convinced it's totally translucent and won't leave like a white cast sort of here. But it's very finely milled, it's very soft, and it leaves your under eyes just so smooth if you bake them. I absolutely love this, and I'm very surprised at how good it is, just because of my experiences with Joe Fresh in the past. Then I've got two products that sort of go together. Speaking of e.l.f., the first one is this. This is the e.l.f. Angled Eyeliner Brush. I don't know if you can really see that, but basically it's just bent slightly here and has a really fine tip. I've never been good with doing eyeliner with a brush like this, but I thought I'd give this brush a go because, you know, they're meant to be easier, and actually my boyfriend's sister was using one of these one day and I was like, ooh, that looked easy, like I'm gonna try that. I am so happy with this. It has made doing cream and gel eyeliner so easy, and I've even used this to get a really nice like flick with my eyeliner. So I've been super happy with this, and I've been using it with another e.l.f. product. This is just, it doesn't have anything on the packaging, but it's like a cream eyeliner, and it's just a black one. You might be able to see, I've actually used quite a bit of this, and that's just because it's so good. It's really smooth, it's pigmented, and it was so inexpensive. Both of these products were pretty cheap, and I just think they're so, so good. This isn't a new product, but it's one that I've kind of busted back out for the autumn months. This is the Physicians Formula Happy Booster Blush in the shade Warm, and it's just this really nice, like, peachy, sort of brown toned blush, and it has a really nice sheen to it as well, without being overly glittery. I really, really love this. It's just a perfect kind of warm wash of color on your cheeks. And I prefer to apply this with an actual blush brush, but because it is fairly pigmented, I would also suggest maybe trying a duo fiber or a stippling brush. These blushes aren't super cheap for the drugstore. I think they're like $15 or something like that, but definitely, definitely worth the money. They're so good. One more brand new product, and then I have a couple that I think I've talked about before. The new one is this NYX Pigment, and this is in the shade Brighten Up. This is amazing. It's this really wonderful sort of yellow toned gold shade. Let me just swatch it on the back of my hand here for you. I'm not sure if this will show up on camera, but it's this beautiful yellow toned kind of gold shade, but it's also got a really icy undertone. And there's something about this that I love. I love putting it on the inner corners to brighten up, or right on the center of the lid to really make my eyeshadow pop. It's just a fantastic shade. And for a pigment, I found this very affordable. I think it was about $9. I bought it when I was in Ottawa, at a NYX store actually. So I would highly recommend these pigments. They have tons of colors to look at, and they're very finely milled. They don't really have much fall down. They're just all around a really great product. Now I know I've talked about this product before, but again, this is more of a rediscovery in my collection that I just want to talk about because it is so good. It's the Rimmel eyeshadow in All About the Base. This is just a great matte brown eyeshadow, and you definitely can't tell on camera, but I have really used this, which is kind of unusual for me for an eyeshadow. It's fairly cool toned, but not so much that it's gray. And as a result, it just makes this really great transition shade. It's really good to use in your brows. I've used it as a contour before. It's just a very versatile shade that is nice and pigmented. It blends really nicely. It's really smooth. I really love it, and it's probably one of my favorite eyeshadows ever. So I would definitely recommend trying to check this out if you can. Speaking of my favorite eyeshadows ever, this has quickly become my favorite eyeshadow and my favorite highlighter for the face. This is the Essence eyeshadow in the shade Apricota. It's this really light pink shade, and yeah. So it's this really light pink shade, and the reason I like it so much on the face is because it's really finely milled and it doesn't have chunks of glitter in it. It's just this beautiful kind of sheen. So for me, because I'm so pale, it works really nicely as a highlight. And I don't mind that kind of more pink tone, but it's still pretty icy, so not too warm, not too blush-like. It's very, very pigmented. And as an eyeshadow, it also works really well, obviously. Goes on the lid really nicely, very opaque. Also great for brightening up the inner corners or under the brow bone. It's just a really fantastic shade. And Essence eyeshadows, I feel like they don't get talked about enough, but they're really affordable and they're really good quality. I have another one. Let me just grab it. I have this one in the shade All I Need, and this one is kind of more of a metallic brown shade, I guess. Let me just swatch it for you. More of a metallic brown shade, if you can see that there. And it's also really finely milled, not overly glittery, blends really well, super pigmented. They're just really, really great quality eyeshadows. And in general, I've had a lot of luck with Essence products. There are only a couple that I didn't really like that I've tried. So definitely check these out. They're really, really good eyeshadows. Onto some skincare, and then I've got a fragrance. The first new product that I want to talk about that I've been using recently is the Body Shop's Seaweed Pore Cleansing Exfoliator. This is so good. My skin has been so dry and like flaky just because of the seasons change, and this has been awesome for getting that under control as well as getting out, for getting that under control as well as dealing with some pretty nasty breakouts I've had. It's got these really gritty particles in it, which I really liked for really physically exfoliating the face, but it's also really deep cleansing. You guys know I use the pore cleansing seaweed clarifying toner all the time. I mentioned that in a recent video, and this is just another part of that line. I find it cleans my skin really nicely, isn't overly harsh, and just in general does a really good job. And then from the Body Shop, I've gone back to using my Vitamin E eye cream. I use this more in the winter months when my under eyes are more dry. I just finished the L'Oreal one, which was really great for summer, but it was really light, and I just need something heavier right now. This, as I've said before, I've had it before, it's a fantastic eye cream, really thick, really moisturizing, and just really does a great job of hydrating my under eyes so that they don't look dry and flaky and cracked and wrinkled, I guess, underneath my makeup. So really been loving this, and I really recommend it. Alright, so that's it for this monthly favorites video. I hope you liked it. Please leave a comment below letting me know what you've been loving in November, and I will see you soon with another video. Bye!